about you? What are your plans for Saturday night to watch the game?
I'm not sure exactly what my plans are yet. I'm just happy to be in the position to watch fellow Wolverines. Proud as ever.
Is it an exciting time on campus?
Yeah, it's just like anything. It's amazing how sports, like, there's a lot of criticisms, or people critiquing sports in general around the world, especially football. It's under heat, but I think it's a great tool to bring people together from all backgrounds and on the court and off the court. And you see that around campus. Definitely, people are excited. Something to look forward to. Make their day better.
Rashawn was telling us that he worked on you pretty hard to come back, and that part of the appeal was that he was trying to give you was being the best two defensive ends in the country on the same team. Did that work on you, or was that just? I mean, how did that play into the decision?
Rashawn in general, he's like everyone talks about. He's a great leader, and he's just a great teammate. So he's just someone that he creates an environment that you want to be around, and I try to echo that. If not amplify, that. And I try. I'm happy. That he was so like. I don't know, embracing, or he wanted me to come back, and it's a great feeling to be wanted, opposed to, hey, if you leave, we understand, and he knows what we go through and how hard our practices are, so it was cool, and he has a point. I've said that for a while, and I'm trying not to get in trouble with making promises, on the record about how great we're going to be, but. Yeah.
Is there anyone else on the team making pitches like that?
For at the beginning, I think a lot of the guys were pitching the opposite, kind of like this is your chance, man. Like, what are you doing? Like, why don't you come back? Like, go make some money. Like, this is your time. And then I think we got closer, and then it was like funny, Devin Bush, for example, was like you can't leave us. Like, what do you mean? Like, you're thinking about going. And it was cool. Just little stuff like that I'll always remember. Just little stuff like that. To be honest, just everyone had their opinions on what to do, but at the end of the day, it was, I took those all into account. But it was myself and my family's.
Did you watch Pro Day last week?
I did.
Get a feel for what?
Yeah, it was cool. It's interesting to see how the coaches go about it and their mindsets and just see how tired some of those guys were, and they're just working them, and I embrace that. It's great. Hard work is. My mentality. So I'll be ready come that day, but we got a long road to get there.
Does it feel like some kind of a whirlwind at all, considering a year ago that you were known, but you weren't in a position yet where it was making a decision to go to the NFL, and now you had to go through all of that?
It's a whirlwind, kind of. What do you? I'm sorry. I'm trying to answer this question.
What is that? What is that experience like, going from being the second string, productive, but second string, to being, less than a year later?
It's cool. It's just so funny to see, on campus, especially when I have my hair down, I can't, most of the time I walk a block, and somebody goes, I hear people going, oh, that's Chase Winovich, and it just is funny to me, because, I don't even really think about it, but, they act like I'm something cool, and I'm just, I'm just Chase, so... It's just fun, and it's just a cool experience to be in. Not even just for a personal standpoint, the fact that I'm in a position now to show, people are watching, showcase what my abilities are, and all these years of hard work. But we're in a position as a team to showcase that and showcase why we bought into Michigan, and I'm in a great opportunity to kind of validate my decision to come to Michigan in the first place. So everything's looking up from here, and. Yeah, I'm liking the spot I'm in, and I think I'm going to come in and work like I'm not in any spot. So,
Chase, Jim said the quarterbacks are all getting equal reps. How are they each look?
Yeah, I'm a defensive end, man. I'm just focusing on that.
What's it like working with Ben Herbert so far?
Coach Herbert's been awesome, and I love Coach Stolbert because he was part of that transition to make me into the player I am. But Coach Herbert is different, but he's awesome, and he's a Pittsburgh guy. He values a lot of the stuff that I do. Yeah, see, there's some Pittsburgh people.
West Allegheny,
Yes,
come on.
yeah, she knows. Yeah. And he values a lot of stuff that I do, and he does a great job. And I commend him for this. Like a lot of people, this is overarching. Like my view of Michigan football is like I feel like we're making like vertical changes rather than like lateral moves. Like Fergus Connolly was like one of my best friends, in this program and stuff. I felt like he was a little. I don't getting too wide here. But like we hired someone that just like focuses on nutrition now. Like her only job is food. Like I thought that was a big thing. We hired someone that, Coach Herbert. Like I don't know, he's one of the best in the business. We brought him in. Like we're making smart decisions, and I feel like it's helping to this feeling of an upward trajectory collectively as a program. But I'm not down talking to anybody. It was great. It helped me become a great player. But it just, I'm liking what I see. So,
What Ben is doing now,
Yeah.
how do you think that's going to help you 5 years from now?
Yeah, there's.
A year from now.
No, a year from now. Yeah, exactly. Sorry. There's stuff that I think in my head, and then I can't say it because I don't want to get in trouble. So just like
We're getting used to
So you don't answer the
I'm
question.
trying to reel it in because like.
No, I mean
yeah,
just what kind of let me rephrase
I-
it. What kind of foundation do you think he's building for you with the things he's doing?
Yeah, he's building a huge foundation, and like I said, he does a great job of. There's a difference between doing something and like as a coach, and like the coaches know that it's going to make you like it's going to apply in this way, but like they do. The difference is like I feel like the players have really bought into what Coach Herbert has done because like the man means business, and B, like he does a great job of explaining exactly how like what we do translates to the football field. And like we had practice today, and I felt great. I felt like the stuff we do, from the hand work to striking to like the strength stuff, I felt like I was prepared as ever, if not more prepared, and that's a large credit to him. So.
I mean, he played too. I mean, he
played.
and
He
he translates
was a
that.
heck of
Is
a
that-
player, and he understands that. He gets that link, and I think, I'm not pointing out different coaches, but some people I've worked with, even in my whole life, I don't think they've understood that link, and Coach Herbert does a great job of that, and it's huge. It's it makes you want to come in and work harder.
How would you describe Ben Mason's approach to the game?
Ben Mason is, he's a lot like me. I love messing with Ben out in the football field, because he's competitive like me, and he doesn't want to lose, and so we're always just, we'll have a play, we'll bicker back and forth, just like I'm messing with him, and he takes it so seriously, and he wants to be so great, and I think he's just an animal. He's just a thoroughbred beast is the best way I could describe it. So it's fun being able to go against him, and many like that on our team. So not quite like that, but close.
How's Kwity Paye come along since you first saw him?
The whole defensive line has come along great. I'm sure you'll ask me about that too. But Kwity Paye he's coming along really well. His ceiling is so high, just from like a base standpoint, like where he came in. His tree trunks for legs, yeah. So he's strong, and he's fast, and he's going to be a great football player for us. And it's a great relief for me because ultimately I want to win, and I know if I come off the field, and I feel like, and Luigi will be in that position to, when he's healthy. But ultimately, like Kwity, I feel confident in him coming in, just knowing what he's got to do, and just being a good football player. So
Devin last night and Karan today talked about Jim Harbaugh came to you guys and said, in his effort to kind of reevaluate things, how he should change. Was he receptive to, and what kinds of things did you guys tell him that would be good for the players?
like
Personality. I mean, whatever it was that he was
saying that people that came to him and asked for like changes. I had some critiques personally, like before I even came back, and obviously I'm in no position to make demands, but I told him, I was like, hey, if I come back, these are some things that I really think that we can improve on. Mm-hmm. And I've been through it years, I've seen a lot of coach changes, I've seen a lot of dietary changes, and I've personally had to transform my body, so I felt like I had some basis to to go to him and say something. And I basically said like they were providing a lot of food and spending a lot of money on food, and like I just said straight up, like I don't think the players are eating it, and that was like kind of a shock to him. Like he didn't like believe me at first, and then I think they did some research, and they've done like overhaul of everything. They've worked out like different restaurants that we get to go a certain amount that we get to go spend every week. They're bringing in like omelet bars and pasta stations, like just like fresh food. So changed up that front. I thought like the winter conditioning last year needed some different, switch it up a little bit, because like it felt like we were just like so focused on these competitions on Tuesday and Thursday that like guys weren't trying to lift on the other days, because like, it was just like everything's on the board. You were trying to go out and run your fastest sprints, and I felt like that was across the board. Everybody was not trying to like squat that heavy, and so they were just sandbagging it to like just, show their skills. And that was, so I felt like we basically lost last winter in a way. And I just said, like, if we could switch something up. That was just my opinion. Other people obviously they might think it worked. So, but he did a great job. Like, I felt like with Coach Herb, like, switching it up and, like, making it so, like, we our emphasis was on getting stronger, but incorporating competition into that rather than just being the competition. And I think it's going to make a lot of strides. If you look at our offensive line, we're looking strong as ever. Defensive line and across the board. So. And
Karan said, I mean, it's hugging. He's asking, give me a hug, that kind of thing too. That's new? It sounds like.
Yeah, I think it was. He's kind of trying. Like, this is Coach Harbaugh's way of trying to combat like the idea of that. He's a boss. Rather, he's trying to like paint this picture. And I'm not saying it's not true. I think it is true that he's with us. Like he wants to win just like we do. Like he wants us to succeed just as we do. Not he's just the pointer outer. Go here, go there. He's the he's in there with us. He takes criticism just like we do, and if not more. And so he's just trying to add in. Hey, you see me out there? Just give me a hug. Or not on the field, but like just walking in the hallway, like you don't have to shy away, or just keep business, like slough them off.
Have you gotten a Harbaugh hug?
I've gotten one Harbaugh hug.
One? Just one?
Ever since then. I'm sure I've gotten more hugs since before then. The best is when you get a sack and run off the field and he gives you a hug or a high five.
What's better, being called a dude or getting a Harbaugh hug?
A dude.
Yeah.
No question, hands down. But our Harbaugh hug's nice too.
So it sounds like he was receptive. I mean, he was here Friday talking about how he's rejuvenated. He had to do some self-evaluation.
Coach Harbaugh?
And the staff and everything.
That's what's funny is like, I feel like that, I don't know, I might be overstepping my boundary, but the thing about Coach Harbaugh is that he's going to do whatever it takes for him to win. Like, whoever he's got to bring in, whoever he might have to say step down, like he's going to do whatever it takes. And it's not an easy thing to do. And so, kudos to him. It's a cutthroat business, and our faith is behind him as a coach. And obviously, I've spoken with actions by coming back. So we're just ready to win, and ready to stop talking about it. But let's just go do.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen Michael Dwumfor kind of taking a step up, given the opportunity there at that spot with Mo Hurst gone?
Yeah, like I said, I can't speak highly enough of the whole defense. Obviously it's never perfect, especially with Coach Madison. Never perfect, never personal. It's all but Michael Dwumfor, he's definitely stepping up, and we're excited about him. There's the pass rush today. I'm not going to say who he's going against, but it was a prominent player, and he went, and it was just like. Conor McGregor talks about this, so this is a pretty high compliment. Just like clinical smoothness and precision with the way he clubbed, and it just looked effortless. So I'm excited for he's like Quiddy in the sense that his ceiling is so high, and everyone's trajectory is just going up.
Rashawn said he's up to 288 with working with her. Are you up?
I'm close to 260. I did the scouting service the other 2 weeks ago, and they weighed me at 258. So
you just put on a couple of pounds.
So I put on a couple of pounds. If I played the season at 255, I'd be maybe 5 pounds heavier than I was last year. I'd be happy with that. But I felt like it's good weight, and I'm moving well, so it's the biggest thing for me.